7. How quickly can you build a guillotine?
No, somewhere between 30 minutes and 10 hours. Yeah, that kind of time, right? Right?
Remember, you've all leveled again, so I think you're all at level 7 currently? Memory serves?
Let me look.
Ooh, did we level up again? Did I forget to do that?
We should be 7.
Yeah.
No, not that 7. Level
Okay.
7.
Lucky number 11? Anyone? No.
Mambo number 9?
You beat me. Yours is better.
Do we gain any extra health with levels? I forget how this system works.
You should have.
I think it automatically calculates it. Because what's base HP? 30?
Depends on character. Different levels give you different things. If I'm not mistaken.
Oh, no. But I mean before taking into account classes.
Oh.
Because from that I can reverse engineer what I'm supposed to have.
So your maximum HP is equal to your total character level plus 5 times your character's base might die size.
Oh, okay. So it does matter based on your stats. Never mind. Yeah, because my might is only a D6.
And also, well, yeah, because that's part of leveling up, so you get +1 to your HP and MP because those are derived from your level. That changes once you hit level 20. That's not a problem yet. But yes. Let's say hello, everyone. I'm AD Springer, also known as Corbinian. This is the Electric Metropolis video game tour, and we are playing another episode of Continuing Journeys of Fabula Ultima, the castle that would pierce the horizon. Let us start with our opening poem as people check over their characters. The free city of Ravagar's roar. In the shadow of the mountain's embrace, Ravagar's war, a fortress in grace, a free tri-bastion, proud and tall. Against Wolkamal's tide, it stands enthralled. Stout stone walls etched with ancient might, runes of resistance, symbols of fight. Carved into the mountainside's embrace, a city defiant, sovereign space. Tribal banners dance in the mountain breeze, a symphony of culture, unity it sees. Chieftains counsel, wisdom profound, high in the watchtower, their voices resound. Artisans craft and the forges glow, metal and timber, a cultural show. Armor adorned with tribal lore, forged in the heart, Ravagar's roar. Cautious eyes on the horizon's edge, against the duchy, steadfast pledge. City's spirit, fierce and free, guardian of lands, a proud decree. Pact of iron and stone, sacred bond, unity forged, through time it's dawned. In caverns deep, mystery concealed, artifact of power, secret revealed. Legends speak of resilience untold, the city's heartbeat, strong and bold. Against encroachment, it defiantly stands, Ravagar's roar, protector of land. So let the winds carry tales afar of a city's strength like a northern star. In the mountain shadow, proud and grand, Ravagar's roar, forever stand. In short, a rather cheery. Place.
Huzzah.
Huzzah!
Huzzah.
Grab this. That's okay.
Oh, that's right. city now. Cool.
So, the last we left off, you had come to Ravagar's Roar and had stopped in the train station in the center of town, which also serves as the central plaza. Your train, along with many others, is being shifted from one side to the other because you're intending to go northward, I presume, rather than back the way you came. So you basically have to wait at least the day before you can carry on to where you're headed, or where you would like to if you would like to head elsewhere. And as a note, High Castle is over that way. You'd have to follow along this road and rail line. To remind, this place is a fortified militant city with various guards that you saw along the walls. And actually, last we left off, you had also been confronted by some of the local train guards who were giving you trouble. But you're able to kind of bully them away with a bit of shell gamery, with Avantis pretending to own the train and then passing off the ownership to it.
Right. So you need time to stop and refuel. We can see the sights. This ain't my last stop for our intended journey. Yes.
Certainly not. We do have we have a certain meeting duchy,
Right.
and he pats the letter.
Yes, because each of you have in your possession letters of introduction by the dumb Jessica.
To the Duke?
Yep. Quite right.
So, as far as I can tell, though there's no specific, like, appointment date on that, it's still like we gotta go and go in person.
Yeah, with the letter of introduction, you don't have to wait for an audience. You have a letter saying that you're someone that's worth talking to because you did something heroic.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know what I'm going to do. And that's as we picked up actually in our first game, we have a bunch of assorted scrap metal and was it axes that we picked up from the bandits? I need money. I need my monies.
So you're gonna go milling around for finding places to sell your goods?
Yes. Very nice.
In this town militant, you cast your eyes about and see the various carved stone walls and stone buildings and various watchtowers towering over most of the town. Though a lot of the buildings here also have distinctions of timber and old craftsmanship that, frankly, the only one of you that would have sees this all that often anymore is more Duncan. People don't build buildings quite like this anymore.
It's quite quaint. The stonework is impressive, of course, but we don't use wood like this in a Coriostellum construction. Shipcraft, sure, but not for dwellings.
You think it gets kind of damp? I mean, it's wood. We built all our houses out of stone and stuff.
Oh, that's right, and you folk have actual metal buildings.
Mm-hmm.
How luxurious.
how many trees it would take for everything. Hmm.
The question becomes, where do you search for a shop to sell your goods? This is a rather large city, so it sprawls a bit, both within the walls proper and beyond into the outskirts, some of which you've passed through.
Well, most of the stuff I got is kind of scrap and parts. So I'm gonna say probably Pygate? Pigate? I do not know how to pronounce that, but the outskirts, probably where we did stop the train and the kind of industrial area around it.
Hmm. Maybe we can do so without actually, yeah, leaving the walls, but still within. I presume that entire area is.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of it's Pygate started within the walls and then was bisected, originally sprawled out, and then the walls cut Pygate in half.
So let's see if we can find what we're looking for in Pygate without walls.
And more Duncan, I presume you're heading that way as well?
Yes, yeah. I will be relying on, I think it's called the Winds of Trade to enrich myself.
Ooh, how did you make the city map? Actually, I made this map using, name of it escapes me. I can get it for you. 1 second.
I was gonna say, now that I think about it, I think I might have the software that you used to make this, because some of this looks familiar. Campaign cartographer. Is that the one?
Jump. This is by Watabu itch. It's on the Watabu itch.io medieval fantasy city generator.
Oh, never mind.
Shall I even throw that into?
Party members, will we be working on any projects in the foreseeable future? Just checking.
I don't have any that immediately come to mind, but if you have some ideas for projects, be my guest.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So yeah,
Traveling through the town itself, shall you be accosted or otherwise bothered? Let's find out. You're within the wall, so the travel roll's pretty low. Oh, goody. I should have rolled it openly. That's a discovery, and, more Duncan, how much, do you have an ability? Sorry, I've got derailed for a second. Well, not derailed, I was answering a question. But, you have an ability that lets you gain monies, I believe, when you enter a town?
Oops, I do. Yes, it's called Winds of Trade.
What does it do for you? What's it doing for you, I should say?
After you rest in an area where commerce is possible, so we would have to rest here. I gain skill level times 200 Zenith. I have currently level 2 in this skill. And skill level +1 trade points.
Okay,
I may
so
never have more than skill level +3 trade points.
very good. So that's something that you'll definitely fire once you're resting
Once
away.
we've rested. Yeah.
As you pass out of Old Town into Inner Pygate, you actually the three of you, along with the trailing of Vivius and Ubrinius, note a strange thing hidden away in alleyways. A luminescent greenery.
Hmm?
This seems more your expertise.
We both look at more Duncan.
He looks to Duncan, yeah.
Adjacent.
Oh, and can you check Umbrinius and Vibius on the other map? I think they might have gotten more of their stuff back last time.
I copy pasted you guys over, so I have them at 3. They may be high. If you have them marked as higher, I can turn them up. I just have them what the last.
Yeah, I'm trying to make sure. So I rolled a D6 at the end of the game last time, and I can't think of any other reason I would have rolled that D6. But
oh, the 4 there? Yeah, that's probably.
Yeah,
So
I'm like I can't. Yeah, I can't think of any other reason I would have rolled that D6 last game.
But yeah, you notice as you're passing through, but whether you go investigate it or carry on your day, you now know where it is in the city. It is very odd in that this is a very stone and wooden and very stony town. See this glowing greenery is all.
That's interesting.
Huh.
Perhaps you and your alchemica skills can turn it into something useful.
You ever want to glow in the dark, boyo?
I will take a closer look at it, I guess.
Part of the question will be resolved with insight.
Cool. Hmm. There it is. I think I'm inspecting this, so I think I'll go insight.
Very good. Insight. As you approach and get closer and closer, you can feel a breeze kind of funneling itself into the alleyway. Your hair being tousled about, the air clearing with every breath you're taking, as you now notice that you're breathing fresh, clean air from beyond the wastes that have surrounded this beleaguered place. You can feel energy emanating off of the plants, and as you move closer and closer to them, you can feel an almost cool breeze, not cool breeze, a cool feeling across your face from the breeze. And in between all the plant work, instead of a wall behind it, you see there are vines writhing or heaving ever so slightly. Behind them, some sort of pathway leading down. You can distinctly feel that this area is charged with wind energy. Wind magic.
Interesting. Certainly it smells a lot better. Wind magic is strong here. Neat.
Does that have something to do with the plants?
I think so.
Same words and they're going right over my head.
Can I can I potentially take a sample of these plants for later study?
You can certainly try. I will say dexterity is part of the equation.
Um, I'm leaning toward Dex Insight in order to, like, harvest the plants with, you know, what's
Care.
the word? Yeah, that's the word. Thank you. Competence. Avoiding exposing my skin to anything in case they're poisonous or corrosive.
Fair enough.
You never know.
In wacky fantasy world.
Oh, I rolled terrible. 8 versus your 10. As you move to remove them, you see the big heavier vines start reaching out to you, but they're moving with so sluggishly. And since you're not grabbing at the vines, you're grabbing at the luminescent plant life that's acting as a curtain for them. You're able to like very quickly kind of collect some samples and then get your hands away before the tendril, the vinish tendril, just kind of falls back into place to drape across the pathway.
Ugh.
Do I recognize what these are? Because I might have heard of it.
I will say. Where should I have it in front of me? Insight is part of it. My 4 stats. You think I'd remember them all?
Yeah.
I mean, we keep calling might strength, so.
Yeah.
I'm trying to recall something, so I'm going to use the pre-gen recall. Because it just makes sense.
Good.
I will spend a trade point to get my +2 modifier, because I might have heard of it.
What'd you get?
10.
10.
10. Okay. Very particular kind of roll. Knowledge roll, because it's not a flat number, it's a number that is gauged based on how well you do. So even on a low roll, you get something. High roll, you get more. There it is. Can you say? For sure, this is some sort of plant creature. Pointing out the obvious. It is a plant creature. That usually would be far more aggressive and even cursed, and would be the sort that would pull you into its maw to consume you through the tentacles, but the vines, I should say, that act like its graspers. But it seems these are a part of such a creature known as a pester vine. But the pester vine's main mouth and head is not present. It seems to be ensorcelled binary that are acting as a sort of barrier.
Ah, interesting. Neat way to set up a barrier. Don't get close to them. I'm not sure if they have a mouth or not. If the mouth is just hidden. It's Pestervine.
They can have mouths?
Oh yeah, they eat people.
And
They eat people.
Here, I thought the sand fronds are bad enough.
But this seems to be ensorcelled somehow to act as a barrier, so it might not have a mouth. Might just trap you.
Ugh.
I remember the sand fronds. Let's get going before I drop this sack of stuff. Unless, you want to investigate, in which case. Is investigating the order of the day, or?
I suppose if needs must. does there appear to be anything like now that we know what it is?
Hmm.
Do we are we able to like squint and make out anything behind it?
A pathway that leads down.
Oh, interesting. So are we able to get to the pathway, or do we have to go through?
You would need to somehow get the vines out of the way. Because they're draping like a curtain across behind. There's the luminescent plant life, and then there's the vines draping across them as well. It's between the vines and the plants that you can kind of see that path. Because the luminescent thing is kind of shining beyond the tendrils and showing the path.
Well, how about this? It's quite possible that these vines, as they are easily distracted. Would appear that they grasp out at anything that moves in front of them, and as such, we might be able to take advantage of that behavior.
Hmm. Hmm.
People come and go past this passageway. No one seems to notice that you're all in here.
You guys, if you want to try to solve this mystery, I'll go sell my stuff and come right back.
Sounds good. Hopefully Duncan and I can puzzle something out before your return.
Yeah. Don't get eaten.
Does Evan, you carry on into for the shops?
Yes.
You are able to find some shops. You're selling your scrap. The scrap that you found, I should say.
Yeah.
And there's a call for it, especially in a city like this where they're always working on something to do with the rails or with their walls, or indeed the armor of their soldiers. They will gladly take some zenith from you. Well, they will give you some zenith, I should say.
It's not like there's much to take.
Yeah. Yeah, girl's broke. So I will take this off the scrap metal, any loot picked up off of enemies, except for that war axe, which I'm keeping.
Yeah, you're actually offered. You actually find that they seem to be in pretty bad need of it, and they're willing to part with it for 500 zenith.
You know, and that seems reasonable. Sure. Oh,
When
and I
you find yourself in possession of various zenith coinage, in silver and gold, and you are a lot lighter and also a tiny bit heavier in the same breath. As you have a big old sack of coins that you're walking around with now.
It's a weight off my shoulders in more ways than one. I'll be able to afford an in-room tonight. That's very nice.
And presumably you can also refresh your inventory.
Yes, I would still like to do that on my way back.
Certainly, that can be accommodated. For 500 zenith. No, I'm just kidding.
I have
forget what
5 IP to replenish, which I believe it's 10 each. So that's 50.
Yeah, 10 zenith per inventory point. Just buy random potions and other goods. which is easily done inside of Piegate. You don't have to worry about being grabbed or anything. It's a very secure part of town. There are guards, there are watchtowers and guards milling around, so it's hard for anyone to do any mischief here. As you're going about your enrichment and refreshing your bag, Duncan and Aventus stand before the curtain of glowing vines.
Might you have anything in your bag of tricks?
Um, Let me think. I'm actually almost completely out. I'm going to need to reprovision before I can do more.
Well, in that case, perhaps we can find some places to stock back up.
Hmm.
Besides, your lordship, you might want to get a refresh of a proper rest in you. Train ride hasn't done you much favor from a normal rest, yeah?
Yes, despite the surroundings being not quite as luxurious as Coriostel, it is certainly much better than that stiff train bed.
I wouldn't say that round the train master, but you do you, sir.
Well, in case you haven't noticed, the train master isn't here, now is she?
I hear them people from the Sultanate can hear through walls.
They can?
There are eyes everywhere. And they make, and Vivius kind of makes little fluttering hand gestures at you. Woo! Yeah.
Oh god. I love these two. Anyhow, onwards. To the shops.
And thus, as the party rejoined in the various shops in Piegate.
Oh, no luck, huh?
We've chosen to replenish our stores so that perhaps Duncan can put together some kind of alchemica solution to this problem. Hey, I am. Presumably, we're picking up stuff for our inventories.
10 zenit per inventory point.
Cool. I'm spending 30 zenit to get myself up to full.
I will spend 100 zenit to do the same.
Wow.
Oof.
All of my classes give extra inventory points.
As Duncan has the normal traveling satchel that most people have, and then the much larger merchant's bag.
So nice. Cool. Have 6.
People are glad to take your zenit and sell you their goods. There's no ill view of you, or since none of you are of the duchy, so people here are glad to take your zenit.
Ooh, good thing we didn't have the knight with us.
Yeah, because even though he's not of the duchy, he is of the Holy Empire, which for these people is close enough.
Good to know.
Back to the alley then.
Yeah.
You all gather back to the glowing alley. Yes, tentacle monsters. Nothing weird about that. You're not wrong, chat.
Wow.
So, I presume you have something approaching uh, an Alchemica solution, Duncan?
Um, do I by chance know anything about things that these vines dislike? Don't want to risk like setting the entire region on fire.
Funny you should mention. Fire would probably do a nasty bit to plants, but the wind magic here seems to be keeping them in check quite thoroughly. That's why it's not reaching out and grabbing at things even further away than the curtain. Because it didn't start reaching to you until you started passing by the fine vinery that you saw before, the glowing greenery, and then there's the vines behind it. They didn't reach past that. Almost like the wind was pushing it back.
So could I try a elemental shard of air?
You could.
Whoops, wrong one. There we go. I shall do that.
Poof! A plume of air whips and wails against the plants. And although it doesn't outright destroy them, it does rip apart a lot of the glowing plant life, and the vines themselves part from the blast, and the path is revealed. You see, Chad, if they throw a Molotov cocktail in there, they'll set down the whole timber foundations of these buildings on fire. Would not go well for them.
I don't have another repeat of my first fantasy tabletop game where this exact scenario, where we have the option to burn something down, and we took it, and we burned down half the city.
I am reminded of a guy I used to play with in person who every campaign managed to accidentally start a fire that usually had disastrous consequences, including one time in D20 Modern setting the plane that we were currently flying on fire.
Thank goodness that these characters have at least not enough self-control to not do that here. Onwards to adventure.
Yes.
Zevin is not going to draw a weapon yet, just to avoid scaring anyone, because, like, come on, all this stuff is set up here. Why exactly?
Yes, could be down there.
Certainly something they don't want to notice, but what if?
Well, I certainly say this. Though strange and less fortunate than myself, you two do seem to attract adventure.
You're welcome?
Yeah. I don't know if it's a good thing or not. I guess I live in interesting times, huh?
Oh, I didn't. I just killed the music and didn't add anything back. Sorry about that. 1 second. There we go. There we go. That's what I was looking. As you descend down the path, you find yourself being pushed a tiny bit by the wind. Not roaring so much, but you can feel a steady flow of air shoving at your face, blowing your hair back away from you, fluttering your clothes. Bits of dust kind of catching you in the face every so often.
Lucius keeps his shield sort of in front of him to control the airflow around him.
And then have to redo her hair tie.
Find yourself, as you get further and further down, there are these bits of the glowing greenery, touches and bits, almost like as if bits of bushes were peeking out through the stonework. From the floor, ceiling, the walls, just little bits of this greenery piercing through and glowing in a soft green light. And you see twists and turns and manifold intersections in every direction. The only way to know for sure the way you came is by fact that you can hear it's a sort of outpouring of air and the faintest sound of a city. But it gets quieter. If you go very far from it, it'll get a lot harder to hear it. But at this point, you can still kind of hear roughly where the city is in relation to where you are.
How curious. A tunnel filled with wind.
You guys want a light, or you think we're good for now?
Do we see any light?
The plant life is alighting the halls.
Neat.
All of you awash in green glow.
Well, I suppose we shall continue keeping an eye out for any more of those plant tendrils. Like giving the plants a good birth.
Yeah, no great tendrils. Think more bushels and small leaves and twigs. Like a larger plant is pushing out through the walls with just a tiny bit flickering into the hall.
And it's just a straight hall?
It's a twists and turns and manifold intersections that fold upon each other.
But as we go, so far we haven't found any kind of rooms off the halls.
There's larger chambers, but no room in the traditional sense, no.
Okay. Interesting.
Sort of sewers or something.
I guess we'll examine the area, see if there's anything of particular note.
Part of the problem will be willpower, as the winds push and distort your presence, so you don't end up looping back to where you came.
My willpower is 8. Does anyone have better?
Worse.
I have better.
Oh, then go for it.
So it's
Willpower is at least half the problem.
I'm cool with just trying to will my way through.
Will on will?
Yeah.
And then I'll roll to assist.
I don't know why your sister would be of any help.
I shall not assist because I am very bad at when it comes to willpower.
You get a +1. That's 17.
Hooray.
A 17, you say?
I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't see your roll either.
Sometimes they take a minute to come through on my end.
Because he has to hack the system first to put in.
No.
There
I
it is.
rolled it. Yep.
Amayo motion do it with your rolls.
Yeah, I rolled in. Did 2.
In the wind, The winds are pushing and pulling and twisting and turning, but as you will your way through it, you find yourself not only it feels as if this is all trying to twist and turn you back the way you came. It's not shoving you, but each breeze, each turn, the sounds you're hearing of the city, it's what you think is actually, if you do follow the sounds to the city, you will get there. But the thing is, every time you progress and you have an idea of, I'm going south, I'm going east, I'm going west, the wind constantly is tricking you and making you think it's coming from a different direction. So it's very easy, if you weren't focusing very hard, it'd be very easy to get disoriented and end up just by sheer, I need to go to something that makes sense, and you'd start moving back toward the city. But you're able to push through that, and in the breeze of the wind, you can hear a whisper of a grinding of plant life, a low growl, distant and far. And the very stonework, you can feel that here lies something rather grand. Something that reminds you of the Isles. Sort of thing that would be hidden in enchanted wood and protected by Fey nobility. Instead, it is here in this stony place. But in time, you find a chamber much different than the ones you found before. Shall we? Here you find this much larger chamber where there is brilliant shards of elemental wind glowing with motes of light all about, held in place. And in the center, a softly shimmering blue etching in the center. It is here you feel that you're at the true intersection of this grand maze.
Guys, that circle in the middle, you see that over there?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of person-sized, huh? You ever think they... I gotta wonder. Anyway, can I go up here? I'm gonna kind of look at this line.
These are motes of light that are hovering in the air. About neck level.
I'll try to step through.
Yeah, Dex is part of the problem.
Dex and might, let's say.
Firm control of one's body, sure.
Dex. Might. No bonus.
Doubles. 10 is enough.
And that's a critical.
Critical, so you can actually invoke an opportunity here.
Oh, thank you.
Ooh, information could be good.
Yeah, information sounds good.
As you pass by them, you are very careful not to touch them. But within their depths, you can see a reflection of a luminous pool. And almost sitting within it, on top of it, is an egg.
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 But you are assured that these lights will be of no harm to you. You passed by them and felt their magical energy. There was no reaching or sparking or whistling of cutting air. These are just motes of further places and further things.
Something weird about those lights. Anyways, you see this? It's kind of big enough if I lie down right there in the middle.
Step there, and I roll to see if something happens. Wahahaha.
Wahahaha.
Wahaha.
Ah, yes, the Dark Lord should be sorry. Just kidding.
Wait, are you? As you lay there and stand there, you feel a pinching feeling in your feet as you feel the stonework suddenly latch onto your boots and you find yourself being hauled into the stonework. It's like you're sinking into stone. To which you're taking some damage. Not a ton of damage yet. Give it time. You take 10 damage.
Did we heal from last session?
You haven't rested yet. You people went from the train station straight to the stores and then here.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Guy, ow.
Zevin is sinking into the rock.
Duncan, do something!
I will try to grab Seven and try to pull her out.
I think might's part of the problem.
That's unfortunate. Can we go, like, insight to try to, like, find something I can use as a lever?
Certainly.
Okay.
As you dig through your bag to find something that can reach out without you stepping onto the stonework.
Hopefully I don't... Ooh, that's unfortunate.
Could spend a Fabula.
I think I will, although I only have the one.
You wish to spend it?
Yeah.
To what trait?
Oh shoot, right. That's a good question. I will go with my origin because the scatlands are quite dangerous, so I've probably encountered, you know, muddy bogs and quicksand and such like before.
I'll take
This
that.
is stone, so it's weirder, but
I presume you're just rolling the D8, not the D6.
yes, correct.
That's as good a might roll as you're gonna get.
Oh, that's better.
Hey! That's a
That
13.
gets me 13.
It's about as good as you could have gotten.
You're able to haul Zevin Demeril out of the stonework before she's completely subsumed.
Do I get to keep my boots?
Thankfully, and surprisingly, yes, though they are quite torn, as it looked like they kind of bit into the boot a bit.
No.
They're still serviceable, just don't walk in any puddles.
Or sand.
Or sand.
So wait, so is egg in the middle of that thing?
What are you talking about? It's just a stone slab that's luminescent blue.
Oh, okay. So 7 is the only one who saw the egg.
It's in the reflection of the... Zevin saw it in the reflection of one of the moats.
Oh, okay.
In the reflection of the moat, this looked like a pool where an egg sat. And Zevin moved to where the phantom egg would have been.
Lucius just steps forward to the circle, doesn't step in it, but like he does the thing where like he gets down low to the ground and sort of looks across it.
What are you searching for, young Lucius?
Any hint of what the trick here is?
Insight's part of it.
Yeah, definitely. I think I am just gonna go, insight. Thank you much.
Oh, I'm supposed to take that off of you.
Insight. Nice. Wait for that to load through. That is a 13.
13, you say?
Yeah, 13.
A 13 tells you that it isn't. You find yourself frustrated for a moment as you seem to be trying to stare down this stone slab that nearly consumed Zevin. And you look around at these moats and at the crystals, and it dawns on you. You know what this is.
Oh,
You remember the twisting and turning that you were doing when you were following more Duncan around. This is a map of the underground passages.
Lucius is going to step out. He's going to find the light that corresponds to point at which they entered the tunnel and walk through it, and he's going to trace the path that they walked to get this chamber.
So that would be start was trying to draw this. Start was here.
Yeah. And is the ground beneath me just like dirt?
Stonework and dirt, yeah.
Okay. As he, assuming it's like kind of dusty, unused, as he goes, he kind of drags a line in the dust and dirt with his, the blunt end of his spear. Okay. We go. Does anything happen?
You move from one side of the room to the other. But you'll note that as you moved about, this path that you took was the path that More Duncan led you on. But there were other paths that twisted and turned and doubled back over and over around each other. The only exceptions being where these large crystals are. You couldn't cross through them. You kind of had to go around them.
Interesting. Wait, so here's something. There's this symbol on the... Is that symbol actually on the thing in the middle of the floor?
Yeah, that's the stone slab you're seeing, yeah.
Yep, okay. Am I able to make out any kind of... I get that it's the... I get that this is a map of the pathways, but is there any alignment between this thing in the center and the pathways as we've seen?
There looks like there could be pathways that could lead eventually to where the center place is. Like this map doesn't show it, but you know from experience, having gone this way, that you know there's paths that went relative to this map inward, whereas Duncan's path took you on the outer perimeter to make sure you got to a chamber that wasn't just another intersection.
Well, as he walks around, Vibis, do you think you could, take down a memorandum?
Well, none be on the wall, sir, but I could sketch one, sure.
And he motions to the map floor and, sort of path he's sketched out. That.
Okay. Oh, it's like the lights in the room. Neat.
Yes, I believe, he looks to, more Duncan and Seven, that this is meant to be a simulacrum of the wider, area itself, and that there were paths that would have led to this central area here, and, he points to it, that we did not traverse because it neither would have brought us back to the city nor to this chamber here.
Should I highlight the fact that Zevin Demeril is in crisis currently?
I'll live.
Oh!
The entire time you've been Sherlock Holmesing this, and I've been lying on the floor, like, stressed out about the fact that my boots are shredded.
Wheezing. You have inventory points now.
Yeah. Yeah. Fine. I'm gonna. Speaking of which, thank you for the reminder. I need this.
Drink a remedy potion and heal your wounds.
Will not fix my boots, however.
I'm sure holes in your boots will not be a problem in the future. Wink.
That's fun. Jag.
No. Okay. Alright. Not dead. Not dead yet. Alright. Oh.
So,
Thank you for the save.
in that case, I believe I know the path that we should take next.
Bleh.
These lights serve as a... these lights serve as a guide to this entire place. And as such, he points to this thing in the middle. This place is an actual location within this underground sepulcher. And if we follow the paths back through the tunnels, we should arrive at the actual location, and not just this illusionary facsimile.
And you lead the way. I'm not stepping onto any ominous stone platforms in the center of rooms anymore. I've learned.
Well, if you insist. And Lucius leads the way out. Or, back to the paths.
Oh no, encourage his ego.
Now, if we take a left here and a right there. And then, we have to double back. Most ingenious. And he looks around, sees all the plant life, and says, this may have been a mistake.
As you cross into this place, you see that there is a grand opening that stretches out into the far through the stone and up into the sky, and you can see the sun illuminating this place. But you can see there's plant life growing off of all the walls, overhanging from far up. Huge bushels of this luminescent plant life surrounding a central pool of water.
I'm stepping closer, but not stepping on the plants. I have learned my lesson. I'm gonna pick up a rock and kind of check it under the green, about here-ish.
I think insights can be part of the issue.
Insight and Dex.
Sure. Suppose I should. Suppose.
Hey,
Wrong.
Pretty good.
pretty good. 11.
Pretty good.
A 9. You're able to knock some of the bushing away, and you're able to notice without actually hitting it. Thankfully, but you are able to reveal briefly creature hidden amongst it. A tiny bit of plant. It's a creepy little thing that seems to be molded of root work. The tiniest bit of greenery just to help it be a little bit able to blend in. But you can see its little beady eyes and its hungry little mouth kind of peering carefully in the branches.
There's a thing in there.
Though it does seem the branches are quite large to it, so it unless these things move out of its way, it can't really get to you. You know it's in there.
Kind of
What?
like
What do
seeing
you
a
see?
spider. It's like seeing a spider on your bathroom floor. Just because it's small and it's out of the way doesn't mean that. There's this right there. I saw it right there, and then it moved.
What? What did you see?
There's a little creature, a little thingy.
And like he tries to follow Seven's line of sight. Can you just see it as well?
Oh yeah, you can see it now that's been pointed out to you.
Oh,
Point of
most
fact,
intriguing.
a cast about the room reveals there are others hiding.
Oh my. What do you make of them?
It's a little thingy.
Little thing.
Listen, I understand how gears and cogs and metal work. It's got a policy that all knowledge I have goes out the window. More, you got any idea? I think there are more of these things, these little guys than there are of us.
Do I know what these are?
Insight's part of it.
I will try to recall and just go insight.
You give it a think. Good hard think. You're sure you've seen one or heard of one of these things. You're pretty sure you have. Yeah. What was its name again? Got it some more. Ah, these are alaruns. Tiny, malicious plants that bring misfortune to any that who encounter them. These are fast, creepy, malevolent things that will, who, if your curse is brought, if you bring the curse of them upon you, they will make for a rather miserable hike. And usually when there's one, there's others, because these tiny little things can be tucked away in places. There's something else about them, given where they are, but you're not sure the significance of these glowing plants with them. You're not sure what that means. That's not familiar to you. You're used to seeing them like on a road or like next to a tree or something, not in a bush. Like they'll hide, but they hide from like the grandness of something rather than within something. Then again, you haven't hunted alaruns before. You've bought them from people as a merchant, so like their bits and bobs and such. But that is what comes to mind.
Do we see anything at this thing in the center?
It seems to be a shimmering pool of water.
Ah. Neat.
Its depths hidden from distance and bushes alike.
So, what do you say, Duncan? Friendly? Not friendly?
Very much not.
Ah.
So you're saying I shouldn't throw a rock at them. Do not throw a rock at them, Vivius. I will hit you.
Yeah. I love them.
Well, Miss Demerel got to. She was looking for them. You're just playing. There's a difference. Oh, playing? Spare me.
Playing, just testing the water. I'm not a kid.
Yeah, see? That's what I was going to do. No, you weren't, Vivius. Please don't encourage him.
Do I get now that I see all of them, I want to try and get a read on these creatures, animalistic as they are. Are they waiting for something? Are they waiting for us to make a move so they can attack us?
Insight is part of it.
I'm gonna insight very much.
Five. Can roll for nothing tonight. They're Ewoks. They want to eat you. They're not furry enough for Ewoks.
That's a 12.
They look like they would like to do something to you, but they seem to be hindered in some way.
Interesting. As it stands, it looks like they can't do much to us. I say we continue for now, but be on your guard. 7, perhaps prepare one of your, specials. Perhaps one that won't, shall we say, set this entire place up, but we found that air works quite well. The things here seem particularly responsive to wind.
I'm gonna quietly reach into my bag, pull out my magic can. I'm gonna retool it.
Does that cost you anything to retool it?
Yes. Yes, that's the second cast. I spend 3 inventory points.
Yeah. Now it does air damage instead of bolt damage.
You hear a clack as you close it shut, and you can hear a rather harsh whistling noise inside the chamber as you shut it closed.
There we go. Probably won't explode in my hands. We'll see. That's part of the fun.
You can even hear a low whoa noise coming from the barrels because the wind's kind of whipping around inside. It's like that thing where someone blows over a jug handle, that sort of noise.
Ooh, yeah.
I was gonna say like a didgeridoo.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna stash. I don't seem to be needing it a bit right now. I'm gonna take a step closer. You know, maybe they're friendly. I'm gonna reach. I'm gonna kneel down. And stretch out a finger. I'm gonna like, hey, little guy. You're friendly, right?
And as you reach out to it, the branches of around the various creatures open up and peel away from them, allowing them to move.
No.
You're in combat. And you hear a noise come from all of them as they screech in unison. It seems like the plants were preventing them from making that screeching noise.
Oh no. I say 7. Make lead the initiative roll. Because you're the one
I got
being
us into
attacked.
this. I got us into this. It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Your side goes first.
Yeah, so no, more is AFK.
Oh, did you roll initiative?
Yeah,
Yep.
right here.
No, not you.
I forgot
GM.
that the beasts have a set number. I'm not supposed to roll.
Oh, cool.
That's why I saw the 10. I'm like, you're going first. There's certain
cool,
bosses
fun.
that roll, but random beasties like this, well, random preset beasties like this, you have a set number.
Neat.
So who would like
Alright.
to make the
Well,
move first? As these things
7?
are reaching out with their little vines, start reaching out from under their bodies, and they're screeching away as they're getting ready to reach out and grab at you, or slap at you, more accurately, because they're so tiny.
Might want to get back 7.
Yeah, I'm gonna step back and I'm gonna scream. And I think I said I put away my magic cannon a second ago, which means I need to use inventory on this turn for me to draw my weapon. Which is end of turn for me.
Okay. Oh
Welcome
no.
back, more Duncan. We have angered little plant creatures. Now they want to nibble off my fingers.
Screech. Screech and screech and screech. The screeching
goodness
seems to be focused primarily on at 7 as you're backing off, and it pierces right through your ears, through your jaw, through your forehead. It's this very unpleasant scream that's just inching into you. Does that number beat your? Does number 13 beat your magic defense?
It will.
You take no damage. However, you are shaken.
Oof,
Yeah.
the shake and do.
Willpower down. Not that I have any to begin with.
Turn falls to the heroes once again.
Oh, that is enough of that. As Lucius runs forward and attempts to stick it. Let me check my stuff again. Been a little bit since I've done some of this stuff. It's... I'm just trying to see what I specifically want to do. Turn. It's charging cavalry. Yeah. Cool. I make a free attack. Oh, that is a 12.
You hit?
Unfortunately, the high roll is 0, so I only do 8 physical damage. But then I spend 10 MP. 7, shoot.
As you get a jab in and spring back away.
It's open!
Because it's very distracted by the jabbing and prodding.
Seven.
I've already used my move this turn.
I'm using my special thing that lets me give you a free attack.
Yes. I have my magic cannon. So,
Currently set to air, I believe.
yes. Oh, sorry. You're gonna change the description, but I don't think I need the description anymore. I'll just set it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the high roll for you is set to 0.
10 damage is 10 damage.
Yeah, 10 air damage is still 10.
Deirdre do whoa, 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 and the air blasts away from the plant. The plant life that was already in the way kind of slaps out of the way, and the thing, the little Alarun, as it's hit, it sinks into the ground and shoots its vines and grips into the ground, resisting the damage. It doesn't take 10. It takes 5.
Oh no! We picked the wrong kind of...
Nice job, detective.
This one moves a little closer. Sees Lucius stabbed at one of its friends. Screech! It screams and screams at you. Does 10 beat your magic defense?
10 does not beat my magic.
Oh, that's unpleasant, but you're able to kind of ignore it. But you can tell it was trying to muddle your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Turn falls to more Duncan.
Okay, so air doesn't work on these guys.
Nope. Whoops. Well, we know that now.
You know, I know that many plants dislike cold, so I'm gonna give an ice elemental shard just to test and see if that helps.
Smart.
Who are you throwing it at?
This guy.
You fish out of your bag. The thing feels like you're holding an ice block. It's starting to even, for the brief moment you're holding it, you can feel it frostbiting your hand. And you that kind of speeds you throwing it. But thankfully with shards, you don't have to hit the thing. It just has to be near it. Everyone else seeing the shard goes, nope, and backs off from it because these things blow up. Poof! It does the same thing. It tries to hunker down into the ground and hold itself like it thinks it's another air attack. And then the frost just eats into its little wooden body. You can see little cracks. As the freezing starts, it starts hardening and shrinking, and then pop! Bits of wood and of its wooden body becomes showering away, as it seems to be vulnerable to this damage.
Ah!
It is currently in crisis.
You
Oh,
guys,
there you go. There you go, 7. That's fully.
This one rustles over, screeching at more Duncan. Does 8 beat your magic defense?
it does not.
Very irritating, but otherwise you can ignore it. Then the other guys rustle through the branches. This one comes up to Lucius Advantus and tries to slap him with its little vines.
Oh, rude.
Uh, 10.
10 does not beat my defense.
This one rustles around, jumps out, and tries to slap more Duncan. Does 11 hit you?
It does, sadly.
It does 12 physical damage.
Ow.
Slap. This tiny little thing, it's like, oh, that little vine isn't gonna... Wow, that hurt. This one rustles over and tries to slap Zevin. 11?
5 will not hit. Oh, 11 to hit?
Yeah.
Yeah, that hits.
And you're currently shaken, yes?
Yes.
You take 16 physical. As your shaking condition seems to make you makes you less prone to dodging the attack.
Gnarly.
They were the last to move, so the first to move in the new round is the heroes.
Would you like to do anything, 7?
Let me just adjust my HP.
You have too much HP.
Yeah, we have to do a little bit of bloodletting. Anyways, I think I'd like to pull up my alchemy, for a potion, which means I roll 2d20.
That's a very good idea.
5 and 11. The table. I forgot where the potion.
It's in the
potions
pins
were.
for Discord.
Yes.
Yeah.
We should really put it on roll 20.
For a 5 and an 11, you can hit an
One enemy.
or you could do the something to every ally. Oh, you could give all of us 30 hit points. That's one. Or
I think one.
oh wait, I'm sorry, one enemy. Never mind.
Yeah.
It's one enemy.
It's dark damage to one enemy.
Or what's the other one? There's another way you can throw that. That's
Well, it adds effect 9, but so it gains resistance to dark and earth.
wait,
Because you're choosing your effect is 11, yeah?
Oh, as effect 9 gains resistance to dark and earth. Yeah, okay. But I don't think that is what have we just been taking physical damage?
Yep.
Yeah. So I think one enemy with one enemy and dark damage. Not great, but it certainly is something. I'm gonna hit this one over here.
Well, you can either because if you're doing
20 damage.
So So one thing you can do is you could.
Oh, the 11's
use
there. Oh, I
the-
see.
Yeah.
11.
We
Yeah.
also saw with the poison, yes, but I don't think these things are going to be that great.
Oh, I had it backwards. Sorry. I for some reason I had 5. I had 11 as the effect, not the. I had the wrong thing. So yeah. So you do. Trying to do 20 dark damage. Okay. To this guy.
This one, I'd say, because
This
it's doing
one?
20 damage.
So you're able to mix it together, and you can see a purplish, blackish substance coming into play, and you're able to.
I load that into the barrel of my gun. I'll fire it.
Blam! Poof! The darkness swirls around it, and hides the light of the sun from its greenery, and it wilts drastically.
Oh,
It's vulnerable.
dark.
Oh,
Dark
I
also work.
lie to you,
Oh no.
or it seems that is, but it still takes the damage. It isn't especially vulnerable to this. I had it backwards. My bad. Still, that's 20 damage. Ow. Blam. The one that was attacked will scamper around Lucius and try to smack 7. Vine Slap. $11.
That'll hit my physical.
You take 15 physical damage.
I believe I'm in crisis now.
Turn goes to the heroes.
And
you
I'm
like to
open
do
to
something?
ideas.
Has this really
Don't-
nasty welts appearing on Zevin now.
Duncan, might you want to do some? Also, try some alchemy.
Just be sure to hit Lucius. You'll get bonus XP for killing him.
Sick. Let me look. Oh, you can hit every enemy present on the sea with
You-
either bolt damage or earth damage.
That's a highlight. You're currently muted, Duncan.
Oh, shoot. Thank you. So we know they're resistant to earth, so I'm going to hit everyone with 40 bolt damage, I think. Yes.
Or wait, no, 20.
Oh, right. 20. 20 bolt
'Cause-
damage.
We're not that high level yet.
Yeah.
You mix up this concoction, huck it up into the air, crack, and it zaps across all of them. And 20, you say? They don't seem especially
Yep.
resilient or vulnerable to it. This one is destroyed. Everyone else takes damage. Nice. 20. Nice. 20. This one has fallen into crisis. And the rest just take a significant amount of damage. They are not happy with the situation, and they know who's responsible.
Uh-oh.
This one is going to screech in your face angrily. Screech, screech, screech. Does 10 beat you?
Yes.
You are now shaken.
Oh dear.
Goes to Lucius Aventus.
Lucius is going to strike this one that's in crisis. This is going to be as the free attack.
Jab.
9.
Whiff. 2 times.
Hold on. I will. Oh wait, it doesn't matter. I am going to. No, you know what? I want to hit this thing. I'm going to spend to my origin the noble republic of Coriostellum. We are a martial people.
That is true.
So I will spend a Fabula. Yep. Much. And then I will just re-roll that 2.
Okay, so you're rolling a d8.
So that's a 13.
That hits.
So that's another 8 physical damage to it.
Jab. It looks like it almost gives way completely to your jab, but it's still intact. You can see bits of its greenery holding its remening wood together.
To that end, 7. Duncan, what are your hit points?
Not good.
I am not presently in crisis.
7. Take 10 hit points.
Thank you.
I don't know how much that's gonna help you,
Okay.
but
Bring me up to 31. I'm out of crisis.
that is unfortunately my turn, though.
One rushes over to more Duncan and goes to slap her up.
No.
You're the one that threw all that scary lightning stuff. No. No more lightning stuff. Stop it. Stop. 13, sorry.
What?
That hits.
You take 19 damage, physical.
Uh-oh. I have to surrender.
Do you?
Yeah, I currently have 14 HP.
Oh, I didn't know you were in crisis this whole time.
I'm not in crisis because of the HP max is only 27 because
Yeah, you haven't been
That thing
updating the
last
HP
time.
on your little token.
Oh, I would have given you hit points if I had known you had been in crisis.
It wasn't.
Yeah, 'cause
just
I
just
wasn't.
above.
You looked like you were on full.
I was 1
Oh.
HP above
Oh.
because my HP max is only 27 because of that curse.
I should have given it to you. I'm sorry. Oh, yep, we're probably about to lose.
You surrender. So rendering. You immediately gain 2 Fabula. And as you collapse to the ground, it grabs hold of Duncan and scurries up into the branches, hauling her up with it. That guy
Lucius,
too.
you gotta get out of here.
Slap, slap.
I think we're posed.
7.
7 to hit?
Yep.
Nope.
Whiff. This guy's gonna. Lucius isn't shaken, is he?
No, he's not.
Screech.
Yep.
12. Oh
12,
no!
12
Opportunity!
hits me.
No, this is not a time for this. No.
God damn it! You freaking brain.
As it screeches, you fling up your weapon up into your spear. Like you put your hands up to your ears to try to block it out, and you end up hucking your spear into the water.
Oh, god damn it.
Also, you're shaking, in case you're wondering.
Yeah. Awesome.
That was the last one to go because other guy went away. The heroes get to go.
Well, GM, I'd like to use an other action, which is to say, what do we need to do to flee the scene?
Get the Flee the Scene DLC.
Comes on an optional disc, like the horse armor.
Conflict.
We really need our tank back.
We do.
Other,
We do.
yeah. Any special rules there, game? I don't think you do. I think you just care that if they were to chase you, there'd be like a conflict scene where they try to catch up to you and stuff. But oh, there it is. There. Read. Yep. Okay. As an other, you can try to run away. If they want to pursue you, there'd be a new check that they have to catch you. But for now, you can just, you know what? Actually, the other thing too is you know where you can run away to. You know the way out of the dungeon.
Yep. It's in times like this that I have to invoke an ancient art I have learned in my childhood. Book it!
And runs for it. But there remains one. As one of them, the one that screeched at Lucius, tries to slap him.
It tried.
3.
It did try.
Does 3 hit you?
Doesn't hit me.
Okay. Back to you.
I would have stuck around, but unfortunately 7 ditched, so Lucius is also going to run.
And these things, as you run away, find new places to hide in their bushes.
Jets.
So actually what I should do, pull you all to here.
God. Poor more Duncan.
I'm so sorry. We failed you, friend.
You all get back up to the into the fluorescent alley. And more Duncan, for you were actually hauled up and away out of that hole into the area of the hill, a large green hill that kind of hides away the that kind of buffets where the castle is. And it looked like this thing was like pulling you up, and it was gonna keep slapping at you. It was about to like throw you back down into the hole to make you fall. And then some guards who were nearby went, "Hey!" and they start firing their crossbolts at the thing, and it screeches and then ducked back down into the hole. And they kind of help you to your feet and dust you off as you go back to your crisis amount of HP.
Thank you. I
Damn
will
Nalarunes.
take them.
It's lucky we saw them when we did. Some poor souls at night get tossed into that hole before we can get to them.
I appreciate it. I actually came from under there.
Oh. You braved the cave of the divine egg. Dangerous business, that. I wouldn't go down there again if I were you. Unless you be cursed by greater plant demons.
What type of egg is down there?
They look between each other, seem hesitant to talk further on the matter. But you can try to pry it out of them, willpower being part of the issue. Consider you are still shaken, so I think your willpower is reduced by a die.
Oh. There it is. I will try to persuade them to tell me. I will spend a Fabula to re-roll one of those d8s.
To what trait?
I'm a journeying merchant, and this might make something, might be a lead on something worth, something valuable for me to sell.
Certainly.
Oh well. I'll accept the roll.
Persuasive as you try, say, it's not for people not of the tribe to know. You should carry on with your business.
Very well. How do I get back to the market?
Which one?
What was the name of the market I was at earlier?
Highgate.
Piegate.
They point actually from the hill. You can actually see down. It kind of looms a bit over to where the castle is, and you can see a good bit of the inner city. And they point. See the far south bit there, in the newer buildings, just over that way.
Thank you.
Though stay within the walls. You look too well-to-do to be with the outsiders. And they walk off. They give you a nod, a cautionary nod, and then they carry on with their patrol of the hill.
I nod, neglecting to point out that I am one such outsider, and continue to head down.
You're a wealthy outsider. That's okay.
Fair.
In time, you're able to rejoin with your party as you find each other in Piegate.
At Piegate, I am going to spend 80 Zana to refill my inventory again.
Okay.
And I leave it to Seven whether or not she wants to refill her inventory.
I do. My character's like, oh, Guess we gotta go back in. It's like the
I
sand
could-
frogs all over again.
I could do with a rest.
Yep. I say I make the executive decision that we rest.
As
A good decision, says Phibius. And Burst just kind of shakes his head like, no kidding.
I love these goobers.
You're gonna call them goons? That's not nice. They're hired help. It's different.
Wait, is Morduck rejoined with us?
Yes. Like,
Devin-
probably as you two are thinking about this and shopping a bit, you run into Duncan again. As she's shopping as well.
You! Oh. Lucius, I think I'm seeing ghosts.
And
Is she back
Lucius
to
looks
haunt
over
us?
more Duncan and says, "Explain yourself, Phantasm. Why have you apparated for us?"
Like I see, like you've got your shield up and I'm hiding behind it.
I will rub my forehead and say, I have too much of a headache to be a phantasm.
That's what a Phantasm would say. Shut up, Phibius.
I scowl at him.
You're dead?
No, the weird creature things took me off somewhere, and I ended up there, and I will point towards the top of the hill.
Ah,
Fortunately,
I
some
see.
guards helped me. Apparently, the area under there is the cave of the egg or something.
Egg.
Did see an eggs.
Oh, marvelous. Well, whatever's down there is certainly interesting and is certainly not nothing.
They also warned of demon plants.
Hmm. Well, and I
That are
think we've
nastier than those little things.
And perhaps we should, well, prepare ourselves. We found their weakness. Seven, perhaps you would like to prepare.
After a nap. But yes.
Yeah, so let's find a place to sleep for the night.
What part of town do you want to try to sleep in? Find an inn at, I should say.
Lucius has good taste.
Well,
Or
I
not
mean,
even traveling experience.
Pygate seems pretty good.
it does, doesn't it?
So
So you
let's see if
find
we can
yourself
a place
somewhere to
in-
stay in Pygate?
Yes.
Yep.
It will
That-
cost you
us-
30 zenit to stay here.
Per
Per
yeah,
person.
I will spend that.
I have money for once. I'm rapidly losing said money, but that's just part of life, I suppose.
Thus, you get a proper bit of rest. Oh, does the merchant have enough money for it? I don't know if you do. You seem pretty strapped for cash. Also, your rest thing goes off, so you can now actually gain the winds of trade benefit.
And so we just regain all our hit points in magic, right?
You recover all HP and MP. You recover from all status effects, so you're no longer shaken.
Yay!
Thank God.
You're welcome.
Ow.
That was sucked.
Hooray.
You may form a bond if you so wish. And you can also benefit from your camp action because you're doing a proper rest, so you actually can do some preparations while you're at the inn in Piegate. Well, one of many inns. It's a city, so it's not hard to find one, honestly. Not gonna lie to you.
Cool.
What book has the camp actions again?
It's in the nature stuff.
Right, thank you.
I will swap my bond for more Duncan from mistrust to loyalty.
Very good.
I almost let you die to a potato. Never again.
Mm-hmm.
And now for camp activities.
Starting on page 19 of the playtest material.
December playtest?
Yep. Yep. Definitely getting this book once it comes out.
Yes.
I really look forward to
Ah,
seeing
there it
what
is.
they
I
do
see
with
it.
it when they're done. Plus, the artwork's going to be pretty good. Because I've liked the artwork in Fabula Ultima so far, so more, please.
Mm.
I want to suffer the fate of Ultima of only having the one book. So sad.
Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna do training.
I was also going to do training.
If you're about to suffer one or more status effects from the same source, it means it's for none. What does the training you two are doing look like? Also, I'll highlight to you, Lucius, you don't have your spear anymore. You lost it.
Oh shit!
Have you ever worked out once in your life?
No. I feel like this. No. This is funny. This is super funny. So, the two of us are training together in order to not suffer the status effect that we know that those plant things can throw at us. It's literally just the two of us screaming at each other for like half an hour.
Until the innkeeper goes, stop that! Oh, 5 more minutes? Why, what? Sure, as long as you stop.
Sibling energy.
Charge you 40 cents tomorrow. Noise complaint money.
Oh, jeez.
So, that's one of your 2 camp activities the 2 of you do.
Don't we only have one camp activity?
We had this happen
Yeah, I'm
last
pretty
time.
sure we.
You get 2.
Huh?
You get 2
No.
different ones.
Oh.
Hang on. I don't think. Oh, so here's the thing. It's an optional rule that
You get limited number that you can, a limited pool you can choose
Yes.
from, but you only get one action per camp for rest scene.
Yeah, choosing camp activities. If you use this optional rule, each player gains access to 2 camp activities chosen during character creation.
Oh, I
Yeah.
am.
Oops, we should have caught that last session. Anyways, sorry, folks.
Yeah, so it's just the one. Hey, maybe they'll do 2. We did a good example why 2 is cool. But no, so yeah, you're 1. You're right. So what's the one thing that More Duncan is doing?
I'm gonna go exploring.
I'm gonna wander around Piegate, see if there's anything cool.
Yeah.
Give me 86. Wander around the streets of Piegate at night.
Ooh, I hit the
Hey.
jackpot.
You find your level times 50 in Zenit.
So 350 Zenit.
Just happen to be sitting in an alleyway somewhere. No one's gonna miss it.
Yeah, you found this zenith that fell off the back of a cart.
Don't mind the stains near it, though. No one else does.
And my second one.
Just the one. I'm the one who keeps screwing that up.
Just the one.
You get a bond and a camp activity.
Oh.
But yeah, you are fully in PHP. Your shaken's gone away, and all of you wake up to the following morning with Duncan a bit richer.
Am I the only person using bonds?
Thus far,
You guys should
Lucius
really
is
consider doing that.
Lucius is currently a very closed-off guy. Wonder why. Oh, so we are gonna have to go out shopping again, because I need to buy a...
I'll highlight
Spear.
real quick before you get to that. The reason why you want to worry about bonds is that they can, narratively they're important, but also mechanically they're one of the ways you can reroll dice when it's revolving around someone you like or dislike. I can add to certain rolls and things like that. So something to keep in mind. But yes, if you're looking to buy yourself a weapon, what kind of thing are you looking for?
I just want to buy another spear.
Where are you buying it from? You're in Piegate?
Yeah?
I mean, I could also let you hold the cannon if you're really nice.
If you wish.
So a light spear you're hoping to buy?
Yeah. Yeah, the light spear. It's the one-handed.
250's in it.
Or you could hold
Steep
the cannon.
price. Okay. Well, yeah, I'm gonna need to pick up a new one eventually. So that's okay. I have the Zenit for it. That just 250, you say?
250. And
Okay,
you know that's more expensive than what it's worth. They're charging a lot here in Piegate Market. In the Piegate Markets, I should say. At least the inner city part of it.
Yep. Okay. Yep. Take it. Yeah, I find one imported from
That's probably what it is,
Portustella.
yeah.
It's like I never lost the old one.
Does everyone want to hand over that amount of money? Like it's nothing?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Oops, no. Large amounts of money has passed. Anything else you all do in Inner Piegate?
Yes, I will take advantage of the winds of trade this morning because we have completed a rest.
Right. You're now significantly richer in Zenit and...
Yeah. I get 400 Zenit and 3 trade points.
Trade points, that's the other part of it, right.
Yeah.
And so
So I
you
have
might
a
want to...
total of 4 trade points.
So did Seven reconfigure her gun and then restock on inventory?
I certainly can do that.
Do you do that?
Yes, I probably should. Speaking
I mean,
of which,
you don't have
what
to.
it's better than an element they're strong against. But what element are they? Where do we?
Ice.
Ice.
We found that ice hex them up real good.
Ice it is. I spend my 3 inventory points and I restock them.
Wise. As you get yourself some ice rounds fitted in.
Cold.
As your magic cannon feels a lot colder and bits of frost start forming around the barrels. Thankfully, the handle's nice and wrapped in a way that it doesn't allow the enchantment to go all the way to the handle and the trigger. Otherwise, it would be painful to be holding this thing. Do Vivius and Umbrinius get anything back because you rested?
No, it's only on a per adventure basis.
Ah, very good.
At the end of the session, I roll a d6 for them.
Ah, I follow. Well, the merchants of Pygate are happy with your business, selling you the various goods.
Well, shall we then?
And yeah, you'll do better this time.
So the group of you journey once more in through the fluorescent gate.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, getting through the gate's easy now that you know. You just need to get a bit of wind on them, so I'm not going to make you do that again. But you do need to trace your way back to where you were, which something has awakened in here. Movement. Perhaps something might see you in here. Oh! Well, maybe not. So, as you traverse on your way to trace your way back, you all kind of went a different way this time because you're coming from the south part of the map rather than the north part of the map. But you can kind of trace, you're trying to head to the center. However, in your wanderings, what kind of armor are people wearing right now? Just out of curiosity.
I have let me check. Equipment. Traveler garb.
I
Combat
also
tunic.
have travel garb.
I have a combat tunic. And a shield.
Alright. You find someone laying on the ground in the middle, what was a person lying on the ground. Their bones growing, a place where plants grow, but the armor that they wear is still intact.
I see. What sort of armor are we talking here?
Oh, I know I'm making this hard on myself. It's cursed, haha.
Of course it is.
You see that the armor is seemingly dripping in a greenish ooze, but it seems to be keeping the some of the plant life are kind of growing up and around away from it. And it appears to be a slimy jacket. It is a jacket that is Dex die +1 for defense, Insight die +1 for magic defense. You are immune to poison while wearing it. Fortunately, your initiative is -1 because you're all slimy.
Dexter. Hang on, I'm rolling that over in my head. You said Dex die +1 and what die +1?
It's standard defense.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
So
that's
+1/+1.
that's no better than what I have, other than the immunity and change to initiative. So
Yeah, it's about
you-
equal for me. So unless more Duncan would like the immunity to poison. If you,
feel
or if you don't want to be slimy, then
You can go ahead.
of course more immersed armor, and I'll take my travel garb and I'll stash it. And
and hey, you can always sell it.
I can't always sell it. Yeah.
Do you equip the slime armor, or are you just storing it in your bag?
I will equip it. Just
You find that the slime, although it's like the slime you get off of a snake when you actually start wearing it and manipulating it. Like, you can easily brush off the plant that was on it and stuff, but it's like there's a slimy feeling as you touch it, but as you pull your hands away, it dries rather rapidly.
huh.
But yeah, there is an obvious slimy sheen off of it. As it seems some great snake must have been, the magical snake must have been used for this armor.
Neat.
But you're able to carry on. Random bit of discovery. Oops, oh no. Go back. Close this. Was it this room? It's this room. Actually, you wouldn't see these guys again. Oh, there's a spot in you. So eventually you make your way back to the room and you find the bushes once more.
Lucius will keep an eye out and see if he can spot any of them.
Insight's part of the problem.
Yep. And I assume you guys want to assist me,
Sure.
because I presume we're all looking.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna roll insight. So you guys roll first, and I'll add whatever you guys get. Okay, that's at least a +1. A 7.
Yes.
You mind assisting?
Inspect. Yes.
Well,
yes.
I mind.
Hey, it's a +2.
+2.
Well, yeah, both of you assisted. Oh my god. Hey, that's a critical.
So you get a bonus.
Yeah, you get an opportunity.
I rolled 2 10s.
For one, you do spot them all hiding in the bushes, trapped in the bushes once more, healed to full. Although one of them
Yep.
is gone because you did destroy that one.
Mm-hmm. Hold on.
Holding on.
I'm just trying to decide. Here's a question.
Mm-hmm.
So, does the I'm trying to decide.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, maybe put an affliction on them. On one of them. maybe slow to represent that we get ourselves in a good position and catch one of them really off guard.
Which one?
How about this guy in the back? Like, he's like, that one's like kind of groggy and kind of asleep because it's way in the back.
I'll take it.
All right. Let's give it a go. Shall we charge?
Oh, I'm ready.
Well, onward!
And you engage these things in combat once more.
Yup.
Vengeance.
Initiative.
I will do the main initiative roll. So if you guys first, let's see if there's anything out of assists.
Oh god, I'm okay. I'm okay. I didn't break anything.
No assists. That's fine. I roll a 9.
They go first.
Uh-oh.
Let's do it! You know, sort of charred, and then this one. Just as you're moving forward and getting ready to part some branches and do some damage, that's when they all open up, and it's like they were waiting for that exact second. Screech! Right in your face.
Yeah.
Ten.
10 does not affect me.
Screeches in your face, but it goes back to your turn. That was unpleasant. And you were kind of expecting it, so it wasn't quite as bad.
Yes, it was. You know what? I'm actually going to do something. Not the kind of thing I normally do, but you know what? I am going to use an inventory point. I'm going to use an inventory item. I am going to activate an elemental shard of ice, and then use the special ability as part of my quirk. Stay down. I'll take care of this. When I create an elemental shard, I may have it deal extra damage 5 plus half my level. Which is 3. So 5 plus 3, that's an additional 8 ice damage. So I have to roll a d6 and see how much I lose off of them. Ha! I only lose 1. As both of them have their own little mini ice shards that they throw out as well.
Like, aha, we jump forward to bring them out, then all of you, yeah!
Men, ice crystal formation!
Magical girl transformation sequence. Wait, wrong game.
Wrong game. Yep. So that
No, we have another 5 minutes for the sequence.
So they suffer 18 ice damage for resistances or weaknesses.
Ow. 18, you say?
Yep.
Ow. That one's a crisis as the ice nearly splinters it in half.
Mm-hmm. What was the play? Back to them.
This one skirts around Umbrinius, who keeps trying to jab at it to keep it away from you, but unfortunately, Screech! 15.
Yes, that hits.
You were about to take the chicken thing. However, you took a camp action. So
Yes.
you scream back at it. As the headache gets really, really bad, and somehow as you scream at it, it just kind of blinks at you, like, huh? And stops screaming at you.
You're not supposed to do that.
And as you scream, you feel your throat really hurt as you felt like the scream went through your ears and your head and out your mouth. And oh wow, that really hurt. But you're not sure you could do that again. But you're not shaking this time. That was weird. Turn goes to more Duncan or Zevin Dimmerl.
Really...
Where shall I go?
You'd run away again. No.
No. I already took away.
You have the ice cannon.
My pride. I said, "Alright, eat magic cannon, suckers!" As I will fire this, and then I will use my class ability for, barrage. It hit 2 of them. Oh. Well. Actually, I would like to use, a Fabula point. I've got 2. I'd like to reroll that.
Might want to reroll that whole thing.
Yeah, I will reroll that whole thing.
To what trait?
My bond for more Duncan is loyalty. I'm not letting them get taken again. Alright. Eat magic cannon, suckers!
Oh, if you are invoking a bond, you add bond strength to the check.
Cool.
You don't reroll. So it add +1 to the roll. I'm not sure you want to do that. That would put it to 7.
Ooh.
Well, you have a theme that I think does the trick.
Anger. Yes, anger. I have anger.
I buy that. Blam, who
Father, I crave violence.
Multi 2 means you hit 2 people or 3 people?
2.
Who's your 2 targets? Those 2? Blam! So that's 17, which is actually... Oh, God. A lot of ammo. Wait, yeah. Poof! And you see the blast freezes and tears off bits of them, and you can hear shattering of their tiny little wooden bodies as they almost break apart entirely.
I'd feel bad about them if they didn't try to kill us.
Well, don't worry. This one doesn't feel bad about screaming in your face. Scream! 7.
Does not hit.
Goes to more Duncan.
You know, I'm not gonna mess around with these guys. I spend 4 inventory points. I learned last time. So 15, 19, and 2, eh? So,
Oh, with 19 you can hit every enemy
yes.
with poison damage. Or
Alrighty, yeah. I'll hit every enemy with the poison damage.
What does that look like?
Pesticide. Herbicide.
Pardon?
Herbicide, I think he was saying.
Oh, yeah. Basically.
Just grab a big
Or
old...
salt.
Just toss it into the air. Probably give everyone a click warning to cover your mouths, because, you know, the air is going to get foul pretty bad. Funny thing about poison, you know what these guys are vulnerable to?
Poison.
Poison.
Whoa! Holy shit.
How much damage did you do, base?
20.
20, so 40. Dead. 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 Almost dead. Crisis.
Oh my god.
And this one's in crisis.
Wheeze.
Turn goes to the one bad guy's in the back. Creepy little thing is gonna scurry, and it's gonna just slap Duncan.
No.
What slow does.
Reduces dex, I believe. That's my guess.
Yeah, sounds right.
So I don't roll that. I roll that. Oh, it's not gonna be as good at this.
Yay.
Just
it
3
misses.
hits you. It's
No,
it's,
it does not.
You hear the whip crack of its vine starting to move forward, and then it's moving really slowly, and you just kind of move away from the hit. But as you move away, you feel it whiff by you rather severely. Okay, that probably would still hurt. Last act was them. It goes to the heroes in the new round.
Either you guys want to go?
You can go first.
Okay.
Pull your weight for once.
Shush. I'll hit it with my spear.
Yeah.
And I'm just doing this as a regular attack this time. 8.
8 misses.
Yeah, okay, that's okay.
Not to it. It's gonna slap you. How dare you? Slap.
10 misses.
Whiff. Falls to the heroes once more.
Alright. Time to explode it.
I thought you liked your magic cannon.
I do have my magic cannon. With it, I shall cause great violence. Violence it is.
Blam. Who you
Oh,
shooting?
jeez.
I quite blank this thing.
This guy? Poof.
Yeah.
Shatters to a bunch of little shards of ice as it clatters against the wall. This one, gonna try to slap more Duncan some more.
No.
Oh no! 12. Opportunity.
Sad face. That hits.
It moves rather slowly, but it manages to touch you on your arm and then slap. It's like, oh wow, that you almost feel your bone crack under the weight of it. Thankfully, you're not shaken, so it doesn't hurt nearly as bad. It's 11 physical damage, but you
Ow.
feel some dark energy roar to life in anger at how dare you destroy these beautiful creatures of plant life, and that you will pay. The clock is advanced.
Oh dear.
How many? Like 2.
Oh.
Click up to another map. That was at 2. It's now at 4 of 6. Something bad might happen if that fills. Just a heads up.
Perhaps.
Falls to more Duncan's turn.
I'm gonna try to whack that thing with my staff.
Whap!
Oh, what about your new axe thing?
Blessed Mace, you mean?
It does light damage. I mean, I guess we don't know if the light damage is dangerous to it, so sure, I'll give that a try instead.
10 hits it.
Yay.
You do 7 light.
Isn't it 8? 6 plus 2?
8, just testing you. You swing the mace and it moves away Well, it rolls away mainly because it tries to do its normal thing of trying to move away, but it's really slowed down. So it starts like tumbling backward away from you. And even though you whiff away from it, the light, noticing that you're close enough, you will the light to beam from the end of the mace, and whoa, it scorches and sunburns the underside of the thing as it rolls back. It doesn't seem especially vulnerable, but it is not resistant to it either. It is almost dead. Last act was a goodie, so it goes back to the baddie. The baddie will try to retaliate against the one who burned it. Seven.
Misses.
It's tumbling, makes it unable to hit you properly. Goes to the heroes.
If you don't mind,
Go ahead.
I will rush up to it and try and hit it. This will be with my Queen's Gambit. Nine.
Whiff. Oh, no, I lied to you. That hits because it's slow.
And in addition to that, more Duncan, you regain 10 hit points.
Hey.
You
Thank
jab
you.
into its last bit, and then it cracks and crumbles from the hit. As you fall out of combat victorious.
We pissed off something. I say.
Quite likely. In which case, we should probably be quick here.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at this pool.
In the pool, you do not see... You can see, actually, your spear kind of floating far down below. It's very, very slowly sinking. You can see the entire pool is lit deep into this long, almost eternal pit of water. And you can see at the edges of it some lettering in wording, fine script. In the heart of shadows, where echoes dance, pool of light in a mystic trance, reflect the stars, unravel the night, but only one arrangement reveals the light. Whispered winds may guide your way, in riddles, secrets, and truths they sway. Peer into the pool, let illusions part, ravel the puzzle, master the art. Lustrous depths hold the pathway true, a mirrored key, a radiant clue. Yet heed the warning, or dormant might, guardians stir in the enchanted light. What am I, this pool so bright? A puzzle waiting for your insight. In reflections deep, the answer lies, a riddle wrapped in mystic ties.
Okay. Oh boy. Let me read this. I'm gonna look up at the ceiling. Is there anything of note on the ceiling?
You notice a lack of ceiling. In fact, the open
Oh.
sky. And the greenery that grows from the old hill that More Duncan described.
Hmm. Hmm. Anything on the walls?
Greenery.
Just
Stone.
all greener. Mm.
And by this point, actually, I'll note to you that it is gotten. You're actually lit by starlight, as it took you a significant amount of the day to get prepared again to come down here.
Okay. So, hang on. Um, if I look into the pool, can I see any of the stars reflected the in the water?
Can, yeah.
Okay. Unarranged. Do I recognize any notable constellations? Oh, here's a question.
Mm-hmm.
Do I note any arrangement of stars that match the map of this place?
You do.
Huh. In which case he will trace those stars in the surface of the water.
Give me insight being part of the issue as you're trying to recall the name of the constellation you just drew.
Insight.
Certainly.
Much? No, hang on. I got something better than that. I'll spend a Fabula. Origin, the noble Republic of Coriostellum. I am a very well studied individual of the Republic.
I would say so. I would think learning the constellations would be something you would have been taught in Corestellum.
Okay, yep, good news.
Especially for our maritime empire.
Yeah, that means I get to roll the whole thing, because, geez, I rolled 2 2s. Gross. There we go.
The Aurora Serpentis, otherwise known as the Divine Snake.
Yes, the Aurora Serpentis, the Divine Snake. Of course.
The water turns a brilliant green, and then a snake's face appears, shimmering in a sort of ghostly apparition out of the water. Its mouth opens wide, encompassing this entire space. The entire pool space, I should say. And in this glow, you see that a sort of long passage of throatway, or bodyway, I suppose, the length of this snake, undulates all the way down, and the water seems absent. And it seems to curve like a slide, deeper and deeper.
Well, it would appear that we are being beckoned to continue.
Mm-hmm. So, you gonna in first? Or?
Indeed. I will always lead my men into glorious whatever this is.
Okay, I'll push him in.
Yeah, wait, no!
They jump in after him, and they disappear into the dark.
Don't see
yeah.
good.
The Aurora Boros.
Didn't hear any death noise. Should be fine. Okay.
I will put a hand in there first.
Zevin disappears into the darkness below. You put a hand and you feel a warmth coming from the apparition that extends away, and you notice as you put your hand further into the gap, there is no water. It's just you. And if you put your hand to the wall, you can feel the inner part of this divine snake, or what it appears to be, anyway.
Gross. All right, I jump in.
Into the darkness, the heroes disappear. For now, that will be it. As their journey into this strange underground place holds a dark secret that may be the deciding factor for what will become of this free city, and indeed perhaps the Duchy of Wakamal. For now, that's it, that's all. For those of you watching, thank you very much for watching. For those of you playing, thank you very much for playing. I look forward to seeing you again next time.
We just
Bye.
We definitely
we
won't
just
die.
stumbled on this whole like
Good thing you lost your spear.
Well, part of it too is I was gonna like hint at this place, but then I randomly rolled discovery. I was like, oh, okay, you'll discover the entrance to this place. Sure, why not? Maybe you'll go look at it. Maybe you'll come back to it later. Let's go look. Oh, okay. I guess you go in. You don't even know why you're going in, just because it's cool. Which, hey.
Yeah, I mean, this wouldn't be the type of thing that Lucius would be super into if he didn't have that hint of lore master in it.
Yeah.